Yeah, good afternoon, all. Uh, so we never imagined that we will become a part of ERPNext journey by any chance. And so, by the way, my name is Kanhaiya Kale. I'm co-founder and director of Indictrans Technologies. In the early days, when we started our journey, so it was an informal group based out of Mumbai. We started in Mumbai. We used to call our team as a Indictrans, and that was under the mentorship of Professor Jitendra Shah. He was a professor from VGTA College. So we started there, and in the early days, we used to focus more on the open source technologies. So our focus was on to teach the villagers nearby Mumbai how to use computer using local language computing and the geographical information system. So we used to explore various software tools on the open source side. So our vision was something different, but you know the Naukri.com, when they started, I think they used to provide salary reports to the companies, and they used to sell that. But nowadays, now they are the biggest job portal of India. So that is how our vision got changed over a time, and we got into this. So this was in the early days where we used to teach villagers. We used to conduct various sessions on open source. We used to attend various talks on various open source technologies. So these are the few glimpses of that time. Uh, so in the initial days, before starting a proper legal entity, we even released few open source codes. We contributed on the open source technologies, and that time we even developed a first Unicode font. The name was Gargi, and it was released in the open source that days. So it was done by my colleague, my partner, Swapnil Hazare. I was part of that team, and that way our journey started. And in the 2009 we launched, or rather formally got a legal entity, uh, that is a private limited entity. In the early days, we used to work on various projects on GIS technology, mainly for the PSUs or the governments. And we were looking out for entry into a private sector. But unfortunately, we were not coming across any opportunities, or rather, we were not having that knowledge per se, and not even any openings. So one fine day, we were having some discussions, or rather, we were attending some open source talk. That time we came across a talk from Rishabh, and Rishabh was talking about a framework called as a web nodes, or a software which he developed for his father, for his uncle, and he was planning to release that, or rather he released that into open source. So that time we came across a open source software called as ERPNext. That time it was used to called as a web nodes framework. So I will show you some of the snapshots how it was looking like. So this was the initial days. The screen was the we got to see, and luckily that time we got a chance where Rishabh implemented this software for one of his customer, and they were looking for a partner who can, or rather a service provider who can support their day-to-day stuff. And that time he introduced couple of members, and that customer chose us. And then that was actually a journey started with the ERPNext. So I think this was around 2010-11 times, and we got entered into a ERPNext ecosystem in some or the other way. It was, though it was not a properly ecosystem per se, and there was no proper formal partner mechanism as such. So initially, so this was the first project, as I said. So initial few years, around 4-5 years, I think we spent more on the doing a custom work, doing some customization works. We never got a chance to implement a whole ERP for any organization. So that time we spent majorly on upbringing our skills, improve on the framework side, improve on the technology side, and uh, and slowly we started becoming a part of ecosystem. So that time that knowledge helped us to get into onboard few customers on the SME segment, majorly on the customization piece. So we were part of this ecosystem. So we have witnessed the overall evolution of a ERPNext ecosystem per se. So that time even we explored various other open source softwares, right from Open Bravo, and I think there were few more open source ERPs. But finally we chose ERPNext to get into a market and build our overall team which can focus on that. That time parallelly we were even offering many others open technology-based software to a government customers and PSU customers based on Java technology majorly. And slowly then we moved our expertise and got into a various customer base, onboarded various customers, and slowly got into ERPNext offerings. And slowly, gradually, we diluted our other offerings. So we used to offer our solutions and products to PSUs on the smart cities. So we dropped that plan. We 100% started focusing on the ERPNext around, I think, 15, 16 times, 2015-16. And so that time, of course, we came across various setbacks, but we persisted, we continued with our patience, hard work, and most important, our team helped us in that downtime. So more or less the Frappe journey started in the same duration. They started around 2008-9. We started in the same time, but they were having a different focus. But at the same time, somewhere we were having a thought that the alignment, the strategic alignment between both the teams, both the organizations, one or the other day will come across, and that happened. So these are the few customers with whom we are working nowadays. We are currently working with them, and yeah, so when we were in the initial conferences, we had a few interactions, discussions, arguments, and unfortunately, the expectation was to contribute. It was a fortunate, but for us, it was unfortunate that we were not able to contribute on the code. We tried multiple times, we failed, but as open source says, or open source policy says that we should contribute in some or the other way where as you are using that, and we so we tried to contribute it in the form of discussion forums. We used to teach people how to use ERPNext to the newbies, to the new entrants, and that is how the overall ecosystem of a partner model came into a picture, and it evolved since that time. Now, the most important critical part which we have seen in this last 5-7 years in the recent time, I was sitting with Rishabh for some discussion, and so he shared a thought about his how we can build a different kind of business model, and at the same time how we can ease out the life of a infrastructure part. So it was it was in the ideation phase, I think. So I overlooked. I was not having much interest in that. But at the same time, I think it took couple of months. After 6 months or 7 months, he came out with an idea called as after multiple brainstorming might be. So he came out with the idea of a Frappe Cloud. So actually, Frappe Cloud was a game changer for us. So that I will share you how it came, how it became a game changer. So in this duration, if you see, most of our hosting was, we used to opt on DigitalOcean, Hezner, in some cases Amazon, and in some cases on-prem servers. But life was literally a hell for us. We were having a very less knowledge on the DevOps side, and infrastructure management was becoming a very literally a harassment for us. Even we lost a good amount of data for some of our customers, and that was a big setback for us. So that time when we heard about this Frappe Cloud, so we thought, let's explore, let's have some, let's try it out. So we hosted few customers on that, and we found it really very good. So in the first year itself, we migrated almost 70 of our customers and sites on the Frappe Cloud on the in the first year of Frappe Cloud launching. So now you see more than 10,000 sites are already hosted on it. And till date for us, it is more than 200 plus 250 plus sites are hosted on Frappe Cloud. So 90%, 92% of our customers are hosted on Frappe Cloud for us. So I don't want, I'm not getting into a much details how it is going to help you. So these are the benefits, how it reduced our DevOps side, how it reduced our maintenance part, the infrastructure part, management. So now everything that part is getting taken care by a Frappe, indirectly by a Frappe Cloud team itself, because they have designed in such a way there is no need of manual intervention required. Everything is taken care as a part of their Frappe Cloud as a product. Now, what all different lessons I have learned in this duration? So, of course, the patience and perseverance I have seen, and this I have learned from the Frappe team itself, uh, and that has taken us to this stage. And the most important, this is the key lesson for even for the new partners and the new entrants. There is a need of some alignment, strategic alignment. You can't be a part of ecosystem as a partner or as a user with a short mindset or with a short goal. You have to be a part of this alignment strategically, where you have to be with them for a longer time. Then only you will see the benefits of it, and you can reap the benefits of it. And most important lesson I have learned in this duration, so all you might see you might see a path where to go, how to go, but if you don't do the execution properly, you will not reach out to that goal. And that we have seen very closely, we have failed that multiple times. So I feel there is a very important lesson that I have learned is there is a importance of execution. So if you do it, execute properly, of course you will see the benefits and the goal at the end. And there is some advice for our new partners. Of course, like us, there are many more partners in the overall ecosystem, and many partners are joining with more numbers every day, every week, every month. So if you see the numbers, last year there is a huge changes. The number of partners has been increased. So now the most important part I see, of course, this is based on my experience. We have to focus on either we need to build expertise on some area, or we may need to build expertise in some domain or in some geography, so that you can replicate, you can multiply the benefits, and you can see those results at the end. You can't be a partner. So all the partners can't be equal, they have to show some differentiating factors, and that factors can be your expertise area. Same, we failed that we observed these, the quality matters a lot. That's where the setbacks we have seen in the past. And I think if you maintain the quality, rest everything will fall in place automatically. And as I said, so this is not just about a one time contribution or uh, uh, one time engagement. It is all about your long term engagement with a Frappe, with a ERPNext. So you have to think from that point of view, or keeping that goal in mind, that you have to be with them for a longer time. Then only you will see the results at the end, for sure. So this is the conclusion that I have seen. And even yesterday we had a partner meet. So that time there was a topic which has been raised by Meena, initiated by Meena rather. So Meena is one of the partner in the overall ecosystem. So this it is all about how jointly we can work together as a partner, so that it will help other entrants, newbies, new partners to overcome the challenges which we faced in this last 10 12 years, so that they will, so this journey can be a shorter for them, and they can reach out to those results in a shorter duration. And of course the collaboration matters a lot, and that we have seen the results in that way. So of course it is good for all. So that what the future vision we have in mind going ahead. Thank you for your time. So if any specific query for me, please reach out to me.